My name is Barrie Cook. I'm one of the curators who worked on the exhibition Germany Memories of a Nation, which takes objects from the last 600 years of German history and follows them through in one sense. That shows the legacy that the modern German world has through these objects and what they can tell us about the German past, German contribution to European and world culture, and so on. And we're looking at the past in the context of the present and the present in the context of the past. Immediately behind me is a great British Museum object, the Great Neff, which is a wonderful mechanical automaton clock. It would roll across a table in a great German banquet hall, firing its cannons and playing music. And what it is a metaphor in metal of that great institution, the German Holy Roman Empire, the Holy Roman Empire of the German nation, which defined the German world for 1,000 years, and which is so hard to understand now. But it was an incredibly successful organisation, institution, and this is a way of representing it in one object. So that's the approach we've tried to take in some respects, of using these objects to unpack aspects of German history that are still important to Germans today. One is Durer's great print, one of the first great, as it were, mass-produced tabloid headlined pictures in European history. It was a bestseller for Durer, and it became the way rhinoceroses were represented for centuries, even after people saw actual real rhinoceroses, which Durer never did, and couldn't know what they really looked like. The temptation was always to go back to Durer's image. It created a sense of what a rhino should look like, so it's this weird extra horn on its back and so on. And when in Meissen, in Saxony, they reinvented porcelain. They came up with a way of making porcelain as good as the Chinese. They began to create very large, spectacular sculptural pieces using this material. And they created a menagerie of animals for the Elector of Saxony, their ruler. And one of the animals they created was a rhinoceros. But unlike all the other objects in the menagerie, they didn't look to real animals. They looked to Durer's rhinoceros. So this image is how you show a rhinoceros, even though you know what rhinoceros ought to look like. So it's the persistence of this British brand image, this mass-produced image across the centuries that lasted for so long, such as the reputation of Durer and such as the importance of this very early print. I'm standing in front of a statue by Ernst Barlach, the Schwabmodell, the floating one, also known as the Angel of Gustra. Except I'm not. The original statue was created by Barlach for Gustra Cathedral in North Germany as a war memorial for the dead of the First World War. It's a mourning, sorrowful image of bereavement and suffering. It was, of course, loathed by the Nazis, who hated Barlach's work. And after the Nazi regime came into power, a lot of Barlach's work was taken off display, as was the angel taken down from the cathedral. And the original one was then melted down and turned into armaments. But the friends of Barlach had become aware of the risk and had hidden a second copy of the angel. And after the war, it was pulled out of hiding. But by that point, East and West Germany were separate, and so it was mounted in a cathedral in Cologne, in a church in Cologne, in the Automaton Clock. But in the 50s, as East and West Germany began to interact a bit more, as a gesture of friendship and solidarity, the authorities in the Automaton Clock in Cologne did a third cast of it and sent it back to Gustra. And in fact, under this statue is where Chancellor Helmut Schmidt, on his first visit to Germany, to East Germany, met the East German President, Erich Honecker, and they stood together under the Angel of Gustra. And Honecker made a speech about friendship today, and Schmidt made a speech suggesting there might be friendship and reunion in the future, which must have come as something of a surprise. So this is, as it were, a third-generation object. It's not the original, it's not even the second version of it, it's the third version of it. But it stands for this progression of history throughout the 20th century German world, from expressionist sculpture to the Nazi era, through the Cold War, to the modern era of reconciliation and reunion. So it tells the story of 20th century Germany in one object.